Welcome to Word Problems Using Fractions with Different Denominators with Mrs. Francis. Okay, today we're going to be exercising our brain, and as we do, we're going to get to know that word problems are actually no problems. I'm going to be smiling and finding this really easy by the end. Okay. Well, first thing we need to know is that the number up the top, the numerator, is always at the top, and then denominator is always down at the bottom. So D for down and D for denominator. Right. When we're doing word problems using fractions with the same denominator, these ones are easy. Okay, so down the bottom, we can have 4 out of 7, easy, and then we colour in another 2 out of 7. Okay, and we will find, sorry about my dodgy colouring in, but we will find that now we have 6 out of 7 coloured in. Okay, now that was easy. When the number at the bottom is the same, you just add together the numbers at the top, and it's super easy. Okay, but when the numbers at the bottom are there, well, that is a different. Let me just get rid of this. All right, so we have 3 out of 4 and 3 out of 8. So the trick is that we have to make our bottom numbers the same. Now, we can't just scribble this out and say, oh, you're an 8, I make you an 8. All right, what we have to do is work out what they have in common. Well, if we do 4 times 2, then that will make it an 8. Now, we can't add numbers or take away numbers. It always has to be a times it or divide it. All right, so, and whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top as well. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 times 2, and that equals 6. So here's our new fraction, 6 over 8. And now that we have 6 over 8 here, and we have 3 over 8, we can add those together. Okay, the 8 stays the same down the bottom. We don't add it together. And we add together the 6 and the 3. And so we have 9 over 8, which all of you clever people are thinking, oh, 9 out of 8. The number on the top's bigger. That could also be written as 1 and 1/8 extra. Okay, let's try some puzzles together and see how we go. All right, so first of all, okay, so here's our next one. We have to work out what times table they have in common. Okay, now 3s and 5s, okay, I can't just double 3 this time. This time I've got to have a look and think, oh, they're both, say, 15 times tables. So I'm going to do 3 times 5, which will take it up to 15. And because I did the bottom times 5, then I'm going to do the top times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. So this is our new fraction, 10 out of 15. And to make a 5 the same as on the other, I need to do it times 3 to make it into 15. And then I'm going to do the top. 1 times 3 equals 15. Equals 3. And so now I can add together. I can carry the bottom across, it'll still stay 15, and I can add together the tops. 10 plus 3 equals 13, and I have my answer. Okay, I've made the two bottoms the same number, and then I can add them together. So here's our first word problem. If I want to make a lemon meringue pie, I need half a cup of sugar for the base and 1/3 of a cup for the meringue. So if I have half a cup of sugar, and then I want to add together 1/3 of a cup of sugar, but I need to make sure that I buy the right amount. So how much do I need to buy? So I can't double either of those to make it, so I work out, oh, if I do 2 times 3, then that equals 6. And if I do 3 times 2, then that equals 6. Okay, so now they have the same number on the bottom. I need to make the tops do the same thing to the top. So 1 times 3 equals 3, and 1 times 2 equals 2. And now I can add those two together. 3 out of 6 plus 2 out of 6 equals 5, 6, which is what I need to buy. So I'm just going to buy 1 cup and I'll have it covered. 5, 6. Here's our second word problem. Mrs. Francis ate 7/8 of one pizza, and Miss Corduroy ate 4/5 of another pizza. Now, how much altogether did they eat? So, let's work it out. Can't double 5 to get to 8. We need to go higher. So the first number that 5s and 8 will combine with is 40. So I have to do 8 times 5 is 40. And 5 times 8 equals 40. Then I'll do the same to the top. 4 times 8 equals 32. And 7 times 5 equals 35. And I add them together. 35 and 32 equals 67 out of 40, which means that we ate a whole lot of pizza. We ate 1, and then we had 27/40ths of the second pizza as well. Good job, Miss Corday. Really great. If there's any of these questions you want to go back and have a look at, pause the video and then have a look at the answers again, and then go for it. Just remember that you need to work out what number that the two different denominators have in common. What's the next highest possible number that they could both go into? Both times tables have the same answer for.